Backpack or rolling suitcase, which is right for you when you travel? That's the big question we're tackling today. We're diving deep into the world of travel gear, examining the pros and cons of both backpacks and rolling suitcases. We will compare convenience, comfort, capacity, and cost. We're here to help you make an informed decision about your travel gear. So, don't go anywhere. Keep watching to find out which choice suits your travel style best. First up, let's delve into the benefits of traveling with a backpack. Imagine being in an unfamiliar city, navigating through winding streets, bustling markets, or even climbing flights of stairs. Now imagine doing all that with a rolling suitcase. Not so appealing, right? This is where backpacks truly shine. Their standout advantage is, undoubtedly, mobility. When your belongings are strapped to your back, you can move freely, weave through crowds, and even run to catch that last-minute train without worrying about a bulky suitcase trailing behind you. Backpacks are also champions of versatility. They come in all shapes and sizes, designed to fit every need. Whether you're going on an extended trip or just a weekend getaway, there's a backpack out there for you. Some are designed with compartments for laptops and electronics, others have pockets for water bottles, and some even come with detachable day packs. A backpack is not just a bag, it's a customized travel tool. Now let's talk about simplicity. When you travel with a backpack, you're less likely to overpack. With limited space, you're forced to consider what's necessary and what's not. This practice of mindful packing not only lightens your load, but also simplifies your journey. Less stuff means less worry. And let's not forget the convenience of hands-free travel. Imagine strolling through a museum, sipping coffee, or taking pictures, all without having to worry about dragging a suitcase around. With a backpack, your hands are free to explore, eat, write, or do whatever you please. Moreover, backpacks are usually more durable than suitcases. They are designed for rough handling and can withstand the rigors of travel, from being squeezed into overhead compartments to being tossed around in a bus's luggage hold. So, if you're someone who values the freedom of movement, the ability to adapt to different situations, and the simplicity of traveling light, a backpack might just be your best bet. Does that mean suitcases are out? Absolutely not. They have their own set of advantages too, which we'll dive into next. So, if you value mobility and simplicity, a backpack might be your best bet. But backpacks aren't all sunshine and roses. Let's talk about the drawbacks. Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room: discomfort. Carrying a heavy load on your back isn't exactly a walk in the park. Sure, modern backpacks come with padded straps and ergonomic designs, but after a few hours of lugging your belongings, your back and shoulders might start to protest. And if you're planning on doing a lot of walking during your travels, this discomfort can quickly turn into a serious drawback. Then, there's the issue of limited packing space. While a backpack might seem like a cavernous space when you first start packing, you'll soon discover that it fills up much quicker than you'd like. The lack of space can become a real issue, especially if you're planning a longer trip or if you're the kind of person who likes to bring back souvenirs. Moreover, backpacks aren't exactly known for their organization. Most backpacks consist of one or two large compartments, with a few smaller pockets for your essentials. This lack of structure can make it hard to find what you're looking for, especially when you're in a rush. And let's not forget the frustration of having to take everything out just to find that one item buried at the bottom. This brings us to the next point: accessibility. With a backpack, accessing your stuff can become an exercise in patience. Unlike a suitcase, you can't just unzip and grab what you need. You'll have to take off the backpack, unzip it, rummage around for your item, then put everything back again. Not exactly convenient, right? Lastly, there's the question of durability. Backpacks, especially those used for travel, see a lot of wear and tear. They get thrown into overhead bins, shoved under seats, and hauled around town. Over time, this can lead to tears and worn-out straps, which aren't always easy or cheap to repair. These are factors to consider if you're thinking about opting for a backpack. Before we move on to the pros of rolling suitcases, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and drop a comment down below. Your support helps us continue to bring you insightful content like this. And remember, every like, share, and comment really makes a difference. Now let's roll on to the advantages of suitcases, shall we? Now, let's shift gears and talk about the advantages of rolling suitcases. First and foremost, the ease of transport. We've all been there. Navigating through crowded airports, bustling city streets, or long hotel corridors can be a real workout when you're lugging around a heavy bag. But with a rolling suitcase, you can glide through these spaces with minimal effort. Those little wheels are a lifesaver. especially when you're in a rush or you've had a long day of travel. Then there's the packing space. Backpacks can be compact, sure, but they often can't match the sheer volume a rolling suitcase offers. Whether you're going on a weekend getaway, a 2-week holiday, or an indefinite adventure, a rolling suitcase can typically accommodate your needs. It's the difference between having to decide which of your favorite outfits to leave behind and being able to pack that extra pair of shoes, that dress you might wear to a nice dinner, or that book you've been meaning to get around to. And it's not just about quantity, it's about quality too. Rolling suitcases often come with structured compartments, which can make packing and finding your belongings a breeze. No more digging around in the depths of your bag for that elusive item. With a rolling suitcase, everything can have its place. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Rolling suitcases can have their drawbacks too, which we'll get into in a bit. But for now, let's appreciate them for what they are: a convenient, spacious, and organized solution to your travel needs. So, if you're someone who values comfort and doesn't mind trading a bit of mobility for a lot of convenience, if you're someone who likes to have a place for everything and everything in its place, if you're someone who likes to have options when it comes to what to wear or what to bring, then a rolling suitcase might be right up your alley. If you value comfort and organization, a rolling suitcase might be just the ticket. But what about the downsides to rolling suitcases? First off, let's talk terrain. Rolling suitcases, as their name implies, are designed to roll, ideally on smooth, even surfaces. But reality is not always so accommodating. Cobblestone streets, gravel paths, and snowy walkways can turn your effortless glide into a bumpy, grueling haul. The same suitcase that seemed to float in the airport terminal can become a stubborn mule in the narrow, uneven alleyways of an ancient European city or the sandy beaches of a tropical resort. Now think about the space. Sure, a rolling suitcase can pack a punch when it comes to capacity, but that can also be its downfall. It's a simple fact that these cases take up more room. Whether it's in the overhead compartment of an airplane, the trunk of a car, or the corner of a small hotel room, you might find yourself in a situation where you're playing an unwanted game of Tetris, trying to fit your suitcase into tight spaces. And then there's the issue of stairs. Let's face it, not everywhere you go is going to be equipped with elevators or escalators. Picture yourself arriving at a quaint bed and breakfast, only to discover your room is on the 3rd floor and there's no lift. Or consider the subway stations, pedestrian overpasses, or ancient sites you might encounter on your travels. Suddenly, your rolling suitcase feels less like a convenience and more like a workout. Lastly, let's not forget that not all rolling suitcases are created equal. Some may lack durability, with handles that break or wheels that jam. Others might be cumbersome to maneuver or prone to tipping over. And then there's the potential for added fees if your suitcase exceeds airline size or weight limits. These are things to keep in mind when considering a rolling suitcase. In the end, it's all about balancing convenience and practicality and understanding the potential challenges that may come with your choice. So we've covered the pros and cons of both backpacks and rolling suitcases. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. We've seen that backpacks can be lightweight, versatile, and hands-free, ideal for the adventurous and those craving mobility. However, they can put a strain on your back and shoulders, especially when they're packed to the brim. Plus, let's not forget the potential for disarray when you're trying to find that one elusive item at the bottom of the bag. Rolling suitcases, on the other hand, offer a structured and organized way to pack. They're easy to maneuver around airports, hotels, and city streets, but they can be a hassle on uneven surfaces or stairs, and they can be bulky and cumbersome in crowded places. Remember that there is no definitive right or wrong choice here. The decision between a backpack and a rolling suitcase should ultimately depend on your individual travel style, the nature of your trip, and your personal comfort. Are you a minimalist backpacker trekking through diverse terrains, or a luxury traveler hopping between 5-star hotels? Remember, the goal is to make your journey as smooth as possible. Whether you're navigating cobblestone streets in Europe or hiking trails in the Andes, the right travel gear can make all the difference. In the end, the best choice is the one that makes your travels easier, more comfortable, and more enjoyable. Safe travels!